Hello, you are so welcome back to the bindery for a look round the next thing that's going to be going up in my Etsy shop over at TheJournalGenie. I don't really know what to call this. It's somewhere between an art book and an art journal and an art piece and a something, because it's not really for the buyer to work in, although there are places you could work in it and add to it. It was just more an explanation of things that have been in my head, things I'm thinking about, things I think it's worth remembering. So it's made, you can see that's the sort of size it is. It's almost square journal. It's quite chunky and shabby and glittery and lovely. It's got some lovely vintage lace and hand-done crochet layered onto the spine, and it's made with a structure I came across recently on Ingrid Carlson's channel, and I'll try to remember to do that thing that people do on YouTube videos and link to the video where she made it. But if I've forgotten by the time I post this, then feel free to prod me in the comment. So it's a no-sew binding, and you make it with lots of pieces that are that long that you notch. You can just see the edge of one of the notches. And then the bundled notch of papers is put through a slightly larger piece, which has a hole in the middle, so that it's sort of held together by slotting in, rather than by any stitching. So it gives you, she then suggests in her video, and what I did, that you cover your original base papers with piles of with vintage papers, so that you end up with this lovely sort of look of, even before you start decorating it, you end up with a lovely look of a stack of papers. And I'm really pleased with it, and it's definitely a structure I'm going to make again. But I found myself filling it up really quickly and really enjoying working with it. It's a nice size, and there's something I like about the almost square shape. So most of it I've either taken as inspiration vintage pictures or some quotations. And the idea on the front, imagine if we obsessed about the things we love about ourselves. That just struck me. I can't be alone in just thinking all the time about the ways in which I'm not good enough. And so it was really nice to work in something which was about remembering that we are. So I'll show you a bit through it, but there are some bits I definitely want to leave as a surprise for the person who buys it. So that's the front cover, and there's lots of vintage dictionary here, and there's some muslin and some happy scraps, and there's some bits of beaded decoration and things, so lots of texture. So you can see I've worked with there's a few Tim Holtz dolls, not very many. And again, some other things to think about. I don't want to spoil the surprise of this, because I want it to be a surprise for the person who buys it. But I found these two angels in a book on medieval religious art, looking just so splendidly non-angelic. I just love the expression and the kind of unspoken conversation that's going on between the two of them. So I have written in a conversation, but it's hidden under the layers of lace and good stuff. So there's lots of lace and adding, and there's some a fair amount of hand sewing as well. And again, this, as you can see, I've been in about the vintage art, the medieval art book. I just loved those angels' wings; they're just glorious. And there's some a bit of vintage matchbox there. And this poor lad learning a lesson that probably not enough of us learn. So you can see there's the mixed media background, lots of layers of collage and stuff. So variations on a theme as we go through. And I loved this line from Maya Angelou. So hard to remember to be on our own side. That one I was just being a bit silly, really. And that's an original vintage photograph, and I love the middle-aged ladies being okay with themselves and each other. And some gorgeous sari embellishment there. This is just found quotations from magazines. A bit more of a vintage matchbook. I like her little crown. And this is a bit from a very old 1850 French bit, with some stenciling. And inside there's a pocket made from a vintage postcard. And there's a sealed thing in there, which again, only the person who reads it will get to find out what that says. And this, of course, will be familiar as the first line of Mary Oliver's wonderful poem, Wild Geese. You do not have to be good. Oh, it's good to remember that. This page has got a vellum overlay. Some good noise there. And this one's got a bit of a hidden pocket with a carte de visite in it, and again a bit of a quotation which will be read by whoever buys it. And I love these Regency or Jane Austen period revellers. It's later than you think. So, enjoy yourself. So, the whatever we're going to call it book, available in my Etsy shop now. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you here again next time. Thanks. Bye for now.